but let me first show you exactly what OwnCast is. And by that, let's go ahead and pop over to the screen share. Now, you can easily go to OwnCast.online. I'll have all these links in the descriptions and available for everybody to find out and get started on your own journey with OwnCast. But like I said, it's a free and open source live video and web chat server that you can use with your popular broadcasting software, which means if you use OBS, you can stream to your OwnCast server. Or if, like I use eCamm, which all I gotta do is set up an RTMP server or connection to my OwnCast server, and Bob's your uncle. So anything that you can do to use an RTMP connection with your software, you can easily connect it to your OwnCast server. So OwnCast, like I said, it's been around for a couple years now. It's a completely free open source that you can add whatever you want to it because again, it's open source and there's a lot of people that are working on it. And I got to give a shout out to Gabe. They're the ones that pretty much started this. And of course, the lovely people that continue to make improvements and work on building OwnCast from its humble beginnings to what it is now, which is actually a really strong live streaming service that you can use for yourself. That, like I said, I'll keep saying this over and over. You control exactly what you post on or stream to it. You don't have to worry about if there's any corporate overlords, because unless you yourself is a corporate overlord, well, I'm sorry, but that's your own problem. But for regular people like me and you guys as well, it's completely optional that you can use this. You have full control over everything that you post out here. Again, you don't have to worry about censorship. You can set up a not safe for work stream. That's perfectly fine. You have the capability. OwnCast is not going to say, hey, you can't do that on our service, because essentially they're not running the service. You are. They just create the bibbity bobs, the bits and bobs that make up OwnCast. You host it on your hardware or your rented hosted hardware, and that's pretty much it. They do offer a directory that shows what's live right now. It's pretty much all the servers, OwnCast servers that are opting into showing or who want to be displayed on the directory. They'll show up here. As you can see, there's a wide variety of people that not play with it, that stream using OwnCast, anywhere from like church services to radio show call-ins, people who are showing off DRM free or copyright free movies and TV shows from the olden days, music channels, Rick Ashley, I don't know, whatever. So there is, and of course you got everybody here. These other channels that are not live, but they do opt to be shown in the directory, and they have available that you can look into what, let's say Hatnix plays. You can go in here and of course they're offline, but you can hit the follow button and get a reminder or a notification next time they go online to tune into their live stream. And it's a great way to actually get involved with the free and open source community, because all you see here is also can be tied into Mastodon or the fediverse. That's a nice thing, because if you're watching or if you're lurking or just tuning in, I automatically post a going live post on my Mastodon account, and then I share it out because it sets it up as its own account on the fediverse. So it's a little weird that way. It's kind of hard to explain, but you get the general gist of it. It's just all you got to do is just follow your server, and then just repost when the going live post goes out. So it's a one way to continue. Yep, that's that guy. Hey, OwnCast also. Thanks for that. Thank you. But this is what it shows up. Is this right here? It gives you, this is completely optional. If you don't want this to be going out like that. I'll show you how when we get to that part, but it's completely optional that you don't have to have this at all. Again, everything is completely optional. It's completely up to you and how you want to run your own instance. But it's all connected to the fediverse. So again, if you're part of this community that likes and actually enjoys the openness of federated universe, like Mastodon, OwnCast, you got Lemmy, you got KBen, especially with the Reddit alternatives, PixelFed for the Instagram alternative. There's so many different things that are all tied together within the fediverse that even OwnCast has tendrils into the fediverse as well that you can easily utilize to help get your live streams and get your streaming out there to a wider assortment of people that are in that particular community that you like. So I would definitely take a look at what OwnCast. Now, I do have to say it's not for everybody. Not everybody has don't take this the wrong way. Not everybody has a skill set of setting up a server and getting this installed and going through the whole motions of getting this all taken care of. It's completely fine. That's okay. Because, not everything is built for everybody. That's the nice thing about life. But I do say that OwnCast is actually very easy. Well, I should say easier to set up. Like other instances of, let's say, PeerTube. PeerTube is kind of more of a pain in the butt to set up. And then the whole trying to keep the maintenance on it and updates, it's really, really difficult. And you have to be, knowing exactly what to do and how to go about it. But with OwnCast, I'm not going to say it's stupid. It's easy. It's easier. It's easy that you can get a server up and running within, what is it, like 2-ish minutes or so? Let's say 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. You can get an OwnCast server up and running. And you know what? That's the best thing because it's very streamlined. It's very lightweight. Especially if you're running on a Hetzner server. I know I feel like I'm a shill for Hetzner, but this is what I've been experiencing is that I had this OwnCast instance on DigitalOcean, and I found that it wasn't performing as well as I thought it could be. It's just because of the hardware limitations of DigitalOcean. So I was like, let me check out Hetzner. I've heard of them before. So, and they have a one-click install. I'll show you as well. That it makes it a little bit easier to get up and running real quick. So, and I find that I can run two feeds. I have watching the feed at source, which is at 1440 or 1080, and also have a lower bandwidth feed for people watching on mobile devices, or if you don't have the bandwidth that you're from your internet provider. So you can my actual, let's see, where did I put it? My actual hardware is around 30%. Running those two streams right now. And I was like, holy moly, that is pretty freaking awesome. And it doesn't take up much memory. There's really no disk space utilization except for, just doing the video aspect of it. But the CPU usage is lightweight, especially on Hetzner. I can't say anything about Linode because I haven't set a server up on Linode. I don't know how that reacts, but you know what? This is a lot better than was on DigitalOcean. I'm not knocking DigitalOcean. It's just that their hardware wasn't up to snuff for my use case scenario of how I use OwnCast. Because if I had just the one stream, it was at the source feed, it was around 80%. And if I wanted to bump up the quality a little bit, all of a sudden I'm pegging out the CPU and it was just slogging. It was just a non-starter for me. So I was like, I had to look for alternatives. And luckily for me, there is a lot of alternatives. Now, that is OwnCast, and pretty much in a nutshell is that it's a free open source. You can control everything about it. and your stream whatever you want on it. So if you're looking for an alternative, if you're tired of, the corporate controlled or the closed source controlled services and platforms that are out there, then you do have alternative solutions for you. You have OwnCast. Now, I know because you have alternatives, you have Twitch, there's YouTube streaming. If you really want to, Facebook. Not knocking it, but yeah. You got LiveSpace, which is a good alternative to Twitch if you don't want to go OwnCast route. If you don't want to feel like you're not up to the skill level that you think you can run a server, that's okay. It's perfectly fine. There's SharePlay coming out hopefully soon. Believe that might be it. As far as there's Trovo. And so there's variable alternatives to just the big guys out there. So you don't have to just stream on Twitch because, there's other platforms and services that you can use.